Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be able to go back in time and speak to your younger self? What would you tell them? How would you change yours and everyone else's future? This is the premise of the surprise hit of the year, Looper. Written and directed by Rian Johnson, whose previous works have included The Brothers Bloom, Brick, as well as a few episode work on the US hit TV series Breaking Bad. Looper stars a small cast of people who are relatively well known for doing movies that are a little strange, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis sharing the lead role of Joe at two stages in his life. Jeff Daniels as mob controller Abe, Emily Blunt as Sarah, and a show-stealing performance by a child newcomer, Pierce Gagnon as Sid. Set in the year 2055, there are assassins known as Loopers, who carry out the killings of the mob from the year 2074, where time travel has already been invented, but immediately outlawed by the legal powers as something which is not to be messed with. But when does this ever stop the mob? All appears to be well with the Loopers, as they get paid in silver, which is sent back with their target, as payment for the kill and disposal of the body. The catch is, though, when you must close the loop. This is when a Looper finds gold instead of silver, and they are deemed to have eliminated their final target, themselves. At this point, all Loopers are then free from their mob obligations, and have approximately 30 years to live. That is, unless you let your loop run, which is precisely what happens in the case of Joe. Older Joe has come back and avoided being killed by his younger self, but older Joe has a purpose. He is on a mission to hunt down and kill someone in the past who has, in the future, become a tyrant known as the Rainmaker, who is closing out all of the loops that have remained open from the mob. What starts out as a science fiction premise with the involvement of time travel is really only the first part of the movie, or the ground rules setting if you will. The other half of the movie is more of an action thriller movie, much like another Bruce Willis time travel movie, 12 Monkeys. This is what helps Looper, as it does not wish to get too bogged down within its own rules and laws. The writer understands that time travel is one heck of a complex Pandora's box to show on the big screen, and as such refrains from having a character explain how the rules work, but he does show you that if you alter your present, and this will cloud the future, making what was no longer certain. Combine this simplistic yet novel way of showing the world with the performances of the acting teams, and you have a good movie on your hands. The movie is really able to keep you on your toes for the 2 hours that it runs over. In fact, it does not look to shy away from showing the emotional impact of the choices that are made by each of the characters. Yet it is in the final scene where the audience feels like they have a grasp on what has happened that makes the audience reject all understanding of what they've just watched and rethink their entire understanding of the movie. This is the sign of a really good movie, and is a trick used very well by movies such as Inception, Fight Club and The Matrix, as the audience leaves wanting to know more as they try to wrap their mind around just what the hell all that meant. This movie is though not without its failings, and there are a few. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is seen within the movie to wear prosthetics to make him look more like a young Bruce Willis. It really doesn't work. Even with the transition sequence that they show, the prosthetics just look silly and out of place. Further to this, the plot begins to unravel ever so slightly when you begin to ask questions of it, like, and this is a major spoiler coming, so you may wish to pause or skip ahead the next 10 seconds, when Joe shoots himself, everything connected to the Rainmaker should vanish based on the logic of the previous scene. Sarah should never see the gold and silver at the end, and therefore Joe would vanish, as he would never have become Joe or old Joe. I feel this is down to more information being once present in the script and removed in the editing process. Okay, spoilers over now. This movie, despite its flaws, is really worth a watch, especially if you enjoy a good action movie or can stand a little science fiction within your movies. Its flaws only reveal their heads when you question the logic or look just a little too closely at its wrinkles. This will, in fact, no doubt go down as a classic science fiction movie, and be placed on a pedestal of how to do something new within this world of sequels and adaptations. Thanks for watching. Please remember to leave a comment, share and feedback your ideas for future shows to me over Twitter at Dr Dogbert or in the comments section below. Oh, and one more thing. If this is the year 2055, then where the hell are all the goddamn space guns?